Try to make sure the balance is right. Jab, 2 times, and like this. Then I start going this way, jab. It's like, it's always gonna be somebody older than somebody in this life. You're never gonna be the youngest and you're never gonna be the oldest. And so you have an example on both sides that, you know, if you don't pay attention and you don't know you well to, can you do this at this time or not? You know what I'm saying?
Mike Tyson is training rigorously under the guidance of Evander Holyfield, focusing on boxing techniques and footwork for his upcoming fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr. He is absorbing every lesson from the former champion with discipline, concentration, and speed.
Here, then you step to the right, and you just try to make a complete circle. And it's just all about making the circle and go back here, just warming.
In camp, Mike Tyson applies Evander Holyfield's guidance with determination, demonstrating faster reflexes, precise footwork, and a strong respect for the veteran's experience and championship insights.
It's about your legs and your posture. Your posture straight and making sure you got a good midsection. You got to tighten that stomach up. And that's what a lot of times people don't understand.
Evander Holyfield states that Mike Tyson's fighting at this age isn't as dangerous as many believe, explaining that fear only matters if you let it, while courage is what truly defines the fight.
If you allow yourself to do that, it's up to me to allow myself to be afraid. I'm talking about at any given time, anything. Whether I know how to do it or not. And, you know, the Bible said, fear not. It's up to you to fear. It's a choice. It's not that you have to, but in a situation, when it comes down, when you really want to do something real well, you know, fear is just right there, like that, ready to catch you if you heed to it. When you're young, you make mistakes, and when you're older, you make mistakes. Sometimes people forget about when you get older. But you know, you have a choice to make. You know, it's a choice you have to make, and you have to be honest with yourself. When honesty comes from yourself, then you ain't gonna do nothing but prove a lot of.
Mike Tyson hones his skills intensely in camp, mastering each exercise, emphasizing accuracy, strength, and quickness, driving himself to the limit, sweat spraying, resolve blazing, unstoppable with every workout.
Mike, what was the name of the theater that Corbett fight? Mike, he's like, yeah, such as he said the right name. I was like, God, I could never get him. I could never get him.
Evander Holyfield states, Mike Tyson, a former champ, remains a champ. His fire never fades. The courage, the drive, the relentless champion inside him endures.
Only champ. You ain't got nothing to look to. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my turn now. But that's what ultimately, when you say the world champ, you don't want to see somebody else across the street say, I'm the champ too. I ain't worried he can say you.
Mike Tyson displays pure strength during mitt drills in camp. Each punch strikes with force, his footwork crisp, sweat spraying, focus razor sharp, and power building with every blow.
That's the best one. That's it. Beautiful. Look where your left hook is when you finish, Mike.
Gene Kilroy inspires Mike Tyson in camp, raising his confidence and driving him to push even further.
How old you are, it's how old you feel.
I don't feel what the word old. I don't feel that.
No. Well, you're smart going into the new wave.
No, it's always the old wave. It's always this.
Yeah.
I could do all this stuff and not have this and that.
Yeah, that's what you need. The will determine the skill.
Yeah.
The story of success is be around successful people.
I don't believe that.
No. What can you lose? What can you win from a loser?
Huh? You can learn how not to lose.
Huh?
You can learn how not to lose.
Okay, you learn how not to lose,
Yeah.
but you don't. You don't.
You get more out of losing than you do out of winning.
Okay, you're my friend.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a heart operation.
Yeah.
But there's a good guy's going to operate on me. Nice guy, nice guy. But there's another guy's who did 20 operations. Who are you going to?
Gene Kilroy energizes Mike Tyson at the heavy bag, applauding his power, demanding intensity, strengthening confidence, igniting ambition, grit, speed, and a winning mindset.
20 seconds. It's in the end. It's just like that.
You did more workouts than what I've seen you than the whole time you fought Lennox Lewis. Am I right or wrong?
Different era, brother.
It's a whole new ball game. I'm proud.
Mike Tyson is convinced he remains the greatest, stepping into the fight with bold confidence and an unwavering champion mentality.
It's a war. When you left the fuck alone. You gotta really believe that. It's all I ever lived for. It's all I ever lived for. Doubt should be eliminated. You should be a doubt annihilator. My mentor told me, look, I got a little man. I want it all. No, I don't want it all. You be careful what you wish for. You kill people in the ring, you should kill doubt in your mind and in your soul and your heart. Kill.
Mike is performing intense dumbbell workouts, developing strength, stamina, and explosive energy.
Don't fight, I give you money. Are you f***ing crazy?
Only 12. That's all we want. To the middle. 1, 2, 3.
A little slow on the way down.
4. There we go. 9. One more.
And slow.
10. No problem. Great set. Best set yet. Final ring. Last one, Mike. Nice and strong. 30 times. Touch and go. 1, 2. Here we go. 3, 4. Nice. 5. Yes, sir.
6,
7.
strong.
8. Strong. 9.
Nine.
Got this.
We go.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go. 8, 9. One more. And up. Nice work, Mike. Yes, sir.
Daniel Cormier recently weighed in on the exhibition between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr., pointing out how odd the matchup seems on paper. He highlighted the stark physical contrast between the two icons, noting Tyson's dominance as a heavyweight force, while Mayweather achieved greatness in much lighter divisions. Mayweather started his career near 130 pounds, and even as he climbed weight classes, he never came close to competing in the heavyweight ranks.
Was fighting at 154, and he was severely undersized at 154. Floyd Mayweather was a guy that fought in the 130s to start his career, and then fought up as high as 160 maybe. Floyd Mayweather was a small guy. He's now going to fight Mike Tyson, who is the heavyweight champion in the world. I respect these two men so great a degree that it's hard for me to almost make negative statements about them. But I think that our job as talking heads is to tell you the truth, regardless of how much you admire someone or the applause and adulation you have for them. You got to tell them the truth. I don't get this. I don't get this for the life of me, because by all...
Daniel Cormier explained that the striking size difference alone grabs attention. He believes the matchup intrigues because it matches refined technical skill against natural heavyweight strength. One fighter built his name overpowering opponents with sheer force, while the other crafted a legacy through precision, timing, and defensive smarts. Cormier also noted that their careers unfolded under completely different circumstances, shaped by separate eras and contrasting styles of competition. One rose to prominence with explosive finishes that amazed fans, while the other relied on control and ring IQ to outthink challengers. That sharp contrast in style, paired with the physical gap, fuels genuine fascination and keeps fans debating how these opposing strengths might collide.
His life on track, has a great wife that helps him manage all those things, made a boatload of money to fight Jake Paul last year. It's not a money play. Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash. We see it a lot. These two don't seem to need the money. So I don't understand the need to do this. When talked about it, Mike Tyson said, I still can't believe Floyd wants to really do this. It's going to be detrimental to his health, but he wants to do it. So it's signed and it's happening. Hey, when Mike fought Jake.
While high-profile exhibition matches with retired champions often face criticism, many take a more understanding perspective. From this view, veteran fighters returning to the spotlight aren't tarnishing their legacy but choosing to reap the rewards of years of dedication and hard work. Combat sports require immense physical and mental discipline, often starting in youth and continuing through grueling careers. Fans of these events stress that professional fighting careers are usually brief compared to most other professions.
Let them get their money. They're going to make a lot of money. Mike Tyson makes the money to give to his kids. Floyd makes the money to show us, right? Let them make their money. Why not? It's an exhibition style. They got history. They don't like each other. They are two of the biggest imposing figures in boxing history. Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, and Muhammad Ali, right? So they gonna make a lot of money. A lot of people gonna tune in, and they gonna watch it. They don't like each other. So even though it's an exhibition style, you best believe it's not gonna count against their actual record, but it's a real fight. And Mike Tyson is not gonna hold back no punches like he did with Jake.
The opportunity to earn significant income at the top level can vanish fast due to age, injury, or changes in the promotional scene. If famous fighters can still attract attention and entertain audiences in a controlled exhibition, many see it as a smart choice rather than desperation. There's also an argument for autonomy. Veteran athletes know the risks better than anyone. After years of intense training and championship pressure, they fully understand what stepping in involves. For many, these appearances offer a chance to celebrate, secure finances, and connect one last time with fans who have followed their journey.
It's Mike Tyson. You could believe that. This is going to be a real fight. Once it's exhibition style, so it won't count against their box rec, and it's not sanctioned by a commission or any of that or that. But you best believe they're going to want to. So they're going to make a lot of money, and it's going to be entertaining because they don't like each other. There's bad blood. They're going to let them fly. And neither one of them wants to go home saying they lost to the other one. Mike Tyson has been, making passes at trying to, he wanted to hit Floyd at the WBC convention. Remember that famous epic moment where he walks up past Floyd and he's receiving his belt and he just flinches at Floyd. And Floyd don't budge. You're just looking at him, right? Mike Tyson always say he a scared little man walking around with all the security. They don't like each other.
A major point of discussion for the upcoming exhibition between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. is their age. Tyson nears 59, and Mayweather is 48, placing both well past the typical peak years for fighters. In a sport where reflexes, endurance, and recovery are crucial, age naturally raises concerns. Boxing's physical demands are relentless. Speed diminishes, resilience can drop, and recovery takes longer after intense action. Even with remarkable conditioning, entering the ring at this stage still carries inherent risks.
The B, though, is less so a fight promotion and more so rights holders. They hold the global rights to HBO World Championship Boxing and a number of other Comcast events. Basically, their business is they lease out the rights for footage to old fights to different networks or entities. So it is a bit weird to see them involved in a fight which I would have to assume the cost would be close to 9 figures to stage. It's just honestly puzzling, but seeing there's apparently more information about broadcast partnerships to come, I guess we'll see soon who else is involved.
The more than decade-long age gap adds an intriguing layer to the matchup, prompting questions about reflexes, conditioning, and the ability to sustain pace over multiple rounds. As fighters grow older, timing, reaction speed, and sharpness naturally decline, and endurance can vary under intense pressure. Yet, years of experience provide a vital counterweight. Decades spent honing ring intelligence, strategy, and emotional control in high-stakes situations help offset some physical limitations. Even with these advantages, the advanced stage of both careers makes this exhibition more than just entertainment. It becomes a rare chance to witness resilience, adaptability, and longevity, giving fans an extraordinary look at how elite athletes navigate aging while performing at the pinnacle of combat sports.
Groundwork to show just how big an exhibition fight can truly be. Now, exhibitions are a thing we've seen throughout the history of boxing. It's nothing new. Even the great Ali ended up in odd exhibitions for big paydays. Yet what Paul Tyson showed is you can take a fighter like Tyson, who doesn't have much left to give, and whip up a promotion to make the public believe he's back in his prime, and as a result do some of the biggest numbers seen in the last decade. The quality of the fight itself doesn't matter because, hey, you're already watching. And at a guess, that's exactly what they're going to try to do here. In the press release, they didn't really talk about how great of a fight it's going to be, rather how robust their promotional campaign will be, with weekly premium storytelling, which, of course, probably will do nothing.
Combat sports analyst Wade Plemons recently voiced serious concerns about the planned exhibition between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. He argued that drawing parallels between Tyson and Muhammad Ali can seem disrespectful, noting that Tyson has always expressed profound respect for Ali and never claimed to surpass him. Plemons stressed that the two legends fought in entirely different weight classes during their primes, making any hypothetical matchup impractical in a sanctioned context.
Outside of watching Mike Tyson walk to the ring and the idea that maybe he'll knock out the little guy in Floyd that Tyson for a long time didn't like. For a long time called Floyd a small little angry man or a small little scared man because he couldn't walk his kids to school by himself, mainly because Floyd had, he kind of disrespected Muhammad Ali, who was Mike Tyson's favorite fighter and one that he would never put himself above. But Mike's 60 years old, and if there was a time for Mike to get him and knock him out or whatever, it never would have happened because they were in completely different weight classes and X, Y, Z. If you wanted to settle it outside of boxing, that's one thing, but now they're stepping into this exhibition. There's not going to be any weight classes, obviously, and there's not going to be really any winner to this, and I think we're all going to lose. I think us, the fans, are going to lose a big time because, again, I told you guys years ago that there is a certain brand of combat sports that does diminish fighters of the past, and it's the cross.
He added that exhibitions lacking official weight limits or real stakes can risk tarnishing the legacy of iconic fighters. Referencing history, he pointed to the Triller bout between Evander Holyfield and Vitor Belfort, noting how awkward it was to see a former champion compete well past his prime. In his view, such events give younger or fresher opponents wins that wouldn't happen in a true prime versus prime matchup. While acknowledging the financial incentives and understanding fighters securing late career paydays, Plemons argued that preserving legacy should sometimes take precedence over profit. Fans, he suggested, might end up disappointed watching aging legends move cautiously, turning the spectacle into little more than a controlled sparring session rather than a meaningful fight.
Existence on YouTube, but I can still stand here and tell you that there are certain fights that just shouldn't happen. Evander Holyfield should not have been fighting Vitor Belfort on whatever that triad promotion was. I think it was on Triller, and he looked awful because he was in his 60s, and Vitor got to say he knocked down and knocked out Evander Holyfield. And everybody knows that in Evander Holyfield's prime, he would have done work to Vitor Belfort in boxing. Same with this right here. This never would have been a prime for prime matchup. It would have made no sense to have happened. But if it did, Mike Tyson at 215 pounds, should he land at all on Floyd Mayweather, was going to send him to a different stratosphere. Now, again, we understand the reasoning behind this, and I want both guys to get paid, but this is going to be sad. And this is why I said sometimes you need to preserve your legacy. And I know Floyd says, legacy don't pay my bills, and clearly...
That wraps up today's video. Stay tuned for more. See you next time.